How's it going, guys? It's Scarecrow, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we're reacting to a video that I think I am uniquely qualified to react to, just because the video is called 10 Reasons Not to Visit Australia. And the whole reason why I'm doing this video and why I thought it'd be interesting was I actually saw another Australian reacting to this video, and I watched about a minute of his reaction, and I thought, you know what? I want to weigh into this too. You know, I'm Australian, though I may not act or sound like it a lot of the times. I think Australia is a pretty cool place to live. The internet is completely crap, so it's not great for being a YouTuber. I know that just about any Australian YouTuber would tell you that they would rather have just about anywhere else's internet. But other than that, it's a pretty cool place. We got nice weather majority of the time. The people here are pretty nice majority of the time. The beaches here are fantastic. So like that, there's not as many killer animals, because I know for a fact that on this list there's going to be one thing that says the snakes and the spiders and the jellyfish and all that's going to kill you. And look, if I can survive 20 years here on this big island, I'm pretty sure that you guys can do it. Okay, so anyway. I'll leave the video linked in the description below if you guys want to go and check it out yourselves. But without further ado, we're just going to actually press play on this.
Ocean current. Do you prefer a lazy beach vacation or love swimming near the coast and sunbathing? We're sorry to disappoint you, but you're not very likely to find a decent beach in Australia.
What?
Of course there are beaches there, but the ocean is never calm enough.
Oh, we're starting off with a beautiful... Like, what? Huh? Excuse me, I need to go back and hear this again.
You're not very likely to find a decent beach in Australia.
Have these people ever seen any of our beaches? Any of them? Just pick one. There's hundreds. You ever been to Australia? Seen Australia? Watched a movie about Australia? Watched a vlog about Australia? Seen a picture of this beautiful country? You know, I'll show you guys right now. I'll show you guys right now. We're gonna do some live Googling right here. Let's have a look. This beach here, it's about 45 minutes away from me. Okay? Beautiful beach. Beautiful beach. Like, literally drop dead gorgeous beach. I'm not big into beaches. I don't really enjoy going to the beach that much, all the sand and, you know, stuff like that. It's not really me. I'm not really an outdoorsy person. Been here more than enough times. Like, my family loves going to this beach. There is hardly ever a wave above a puddle wave. I'm just saying that, alright? That's one beach, alright? This beach is also about an hour away. Completely separate beach, but also about an hour away. Exactly the same. Calm as all hell. These people have no idea what they're talking about. Like, yes, some of our beaches do have waves. Like waves? You know, the things you go to the beach for. Waves. Those things. Yeah, we have those.
Suppose you're lucky. The water's warm, there's almost no waves around.
I just have to pause it again, I'm sorry. Suppose you're lucky and the water's warm, because that's not like every day on every beach here in one of the hottest countries in the world.
And even if there are no dangerous creatures, there's always the chance you'll get drawn into the ocean by a strong underwater current. Of course, there are many beach rescuers around, but anyway, being dragged away from the coast into the ocean is not the best experience in the world.
Oh, I can imagine it wouldn't be. I'm not sure if you guys have this, alright, in other countries, because I can only speak for Australia, because that's where I live. But here in Australia, we have these, and a saying that just about any Australian knows, which is between the red flags, which is... We have lifeguards, of course, at the beach, but at most big public beaches, we also have these flags, and between those is like designated swimming zones. It doesn't mean you have to swim in there. You can swim literally anywhere else, but that's like where they advise you to swim. And like, our beaches are not that dangerous. They are certainly no more dangerous than your average beach anywhere else in the world. I'm just gonna point that out.
What? Am I supposed to be scared of this bird? You might ask. You are right, it does look like a weird hybrid between an ostrich and a turkey. The average cassowary's height is about 6.5 feet, and it weighs about 180 pounds.
All these things are true.
And like if
that's true. The one flaw in that whole speech, I've never seen one. Never. I've been around the whole entire country, like literally, I've been from my location around the entire country over the course of 3 months. Never seen one, unless you count the zoo. Like, they're not exactly common. So, sure, if you happen to run into one, it might kill you. But if you go to America and you run into a bear, it might kill you. If you go to Africa and you run into a lion, it might kill you.
We're gonna be straight with you. Most snakes in Australia are venomous, and there are a lot of them, and they're practically everywhere. But that's no consolation for when you suddenly find a snake in the toilet tank, under your bed, or in the middle of a supermarket. Even if you stay alert 24/7, you'll scream like crazy if you almost step on a snake. Besides, there's a snake known as a taipan that lives everywhere in Australia, and it's extremely dangerous.
I knew this was coming, but I'm just gonna point it out, yes, there are snakes here. Yes, there's quite a lot of snakes. Are they everywhere? No, they're not everywhere, and the taipan does not live everywhere either. Yes, it occupies, you know, parts of Australia, but that doesn't mean they're everywhere. Like, you're not just, like, if I walk to my house right now, if I walk outside my door, I'm not gonna see 50 snakes. Around where I live, we have a lot of tree snakes, which are very harmless, or there'll be carpet pythons, which are basically bigger snakes, but they're pythons, so they're, like, useless. Yes, we have snakes, but, like, literally every other continent has snakes. Yes, we have more poisonous snakes than other countries. Are you more likely to run into a snake? No. It's not like people are walking around in the cities, you know, praying that they don't step on a snake.
It is.
Moving on to, of course,
if you suffer from arachnophobia,
spiders.
the fear of spiders, you definitely shouldn't go to Australia. Because just like snakes, they are everywhere. You can see them in basements, hotels, cafes, parks, beaches, and even in the sink. Obviously not.
So basically everywhere that you find spiders, you'll find them in Australia. Oh my gosh! That's amazing! I never knew that! Wow!
All of them are the size of your palm, although...
Bullshit!
If you're in Australia for the first time, you might think that the sun, along with the spiders, the snakes, and other creatures, is trying to kill you.
Australia is hot. Get over it. There are plenty of countries out there that are hotter.
We all know that man tamed dogs a very long time ago. Now they live across the whole country, and their reputation scares locals and tourists alike.
The Australian dingo is currently endangered and threatened with extinction. The threat is predominantly due to hybridization, inbreeding, hunting, government wild dog eradication programs, and lost genetic fitness. Dingoes are, like, becoming less and less. Yes, like 80 years ago, they were much more of a problem, but in today's day and age, with modern farming become such of a big industry in Australia, dingoes are, like, under threat of going extinct, which is quite sad actually, because they are beautiful animals. And I'm sorry to be all, you know, soppy and sad, but they're not everywhere. In fact, they're not very many places at all.
Fire ants. One of the biggest problems for the people living on Australia is ants.
I'm just gonna skip this entire section on ants is also bullshit. I've never come across a fire ant in my entire life. I've lived outside on farms my entire life. Like I said, I'm not an outdoor person. That doesn't mean I haven't lived outdoors my entire life. Never seen a fire ant at all. We have ants. Yes, we have, like, we call them meat ants, which are just like ants. We have green ants, which are like little tiny ants that will sting you and will hurt a lot, kind of like bees. But I have never seen a fire ant. No one I know has ever seen a fire ant. In fact, I didn't even know they actually lived here in Australia. Maybe out in the middle of nowhere there might be a fire ant infestation, maybe, but seriously, if you come to Australia, why are you wandering around out there anyway?
Stinging brush. Do you still feel like you want to go to Australia? Then it's time for you to know that even plants are evil in this country.
Is everything here evil? Am I evil?
Alligators.
Alligators are small, tiny, got the long, you know, the long mouths. Crocodiles are big, fat, cranky things.
Parenti.
That's a Komodo dragon. They don't live here. I have like, what the fuck is a parenti? It's like I'm hiding in my bedroom from parentis because they might come and eat me. Oh no! If anything, they're probably talking about goannas, which are lizards. Yes, they're big lizards. Yes, they might eat your eggs. They might steal one of your chickens. They're not going to eat you at all. So the funniest thing that ever happens with goannas is sometimes they might mistake you for a tree in their mad scramble, and sometimes there have been stories that, this is true, I was told as a kid, is that when you're near a goanna, try to like move a bit because otherwise if they mistake you for a tree because they love to climb, they'll try and climb the nearest high thing, and if you're just standing there, that'll be you, which is, it's actually quite funny. But yeah, I mean, they're just lizards. They're not really that scary at all, so... Wait, is that it? Was that it?
Friends, have you ever been to this country? Share your experience in the comments. Don't forget to give us a like, because we really want some.
Oh my... That's number 1 on the list. Basically, don't go into rip currents and die at the beach. Like, have some common sense. Stay away from snakes. Stay away from spiders. Stay away from big birds. Don't wipe your butt with poisonous plants. Stay out of ant nests. Stay away from the very few spots that actually have dingoes left anymore. Don't go swimming in random watering holes up in North Queensland for crocodiles, not alligators, because we don't have alligators, we have crocs, crocodiles. Completely separate thing, you morons. And don't go petting random big lizards. There you go. Now you can come to Australia. Basically use your fucking brains. Your brains. These things you were born with. Yeah. If you go to another country, you don't just walk up to a bear and pet it and then complain when it eats you. It's complete bullshit. From start to finish. It's completely bullshit. If you guys want to see an hilarious reaction to this video, go check out Isaac Butterfield's reaction to the video. It is amazing, hilarious, and it made me laugh through the entire thing. He nails it, hits the nail right on the head, and it's well worth a watch. I'll leave his video in the description below as well, along with this ridiculous video. Might as well give it some credit, because oh boy, it's a classic. I've lived here for 20 years. I know people that have lived here for 90 years and have never seen half of these things. So yeah, anyway guys, that's it for this video really. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Would you still come to Australia? I promise we're pretty friendly. You really don't bite. The people anyway. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more, and I shall see you, beautiful people,